Chapter 44. A sky full of copper men chasing Gu Hai. Boom. The aftershocks of the bronze man's strike shook the entire sea area, sending up monstrous waves. The cultivators, who came from the four directions, all revealed looks of horror and watched from afar, not daring to approach. Shoo, shoo. Steeply to flying boats rushed out from the large formation at the center of the waves. It was the flying boats of Master Liu Nian and Fairy Wanna. Shoo. The two flying boats quickly flew away from the large formation and headed towards the crowd in the distance. Is that Fairy Wanna? It's that demoness. Wasn't it the Gu Chen soul she was chasing earlier? Isn't her Zither Dao already formidable? Has she captured the Gu Chen soul? Countless cultivators looked at Wanna in anticipation of the conversation in progress. The surrounding area was too noisy, and the words of the cultivators were incomparably loud. Naturally, it was transmitted into the ears of Immortal Wanna, who had amazing hearing. HMPH. Fairy Wanna let out a cold snort in frustration. Boom. Right at this moment, the large formation in the distance exploded open, and the endless sea water once again exploded once more in a big explosion, rushing up to the sky. Swoosh. Another flying boat instantly rushed out. It was Gu Hai, who was maneuvering the flying boat with one hand and grabbing the wide-eyed yellow elf with the other. Look, it's Gu Hai, Master Gu. It's really Grandmaster Gu. Look at Grandmaster Gu's hand. That's the Gu Chen soul. So Master Gu got it. Grandmaster Gu's Zither Dao intent is really powerful. That demoness still wants to compete with Master Gu. Dream on. Yes, Master Gu's Zither Dao intent is not comparable to that demoness at all, and the demoness still wants to use underhanded means to block it. How ridiculous. In front of absolute strength, all conspiracies and tricks are jokes. It's useless for the demoness to make up any more nonsense. Master Gu is more powerful than him, just powerful. Countless cultivators counted amongst them with an affirmative face. The fire that Fairy Wanna had just suppressed exploded once again. Gu Hai, you liar. I'm not done with you. Fairy Wanna hissed with even more aggression. But, at this moment, Gu Hai had already flown far away. In his hand, he was grasping the little yellow fairy, in the midst of rapid flight. The yellow pixie stared blankly into the distance. My goodness, fly, fly. My life is worth a lot of money. Hurry up, hurry up. Shut up, Gu Hai said in a cold voice with a dark face. Boom. However, it was seen that from the bottom of the sea, a bronze figure steeply flew up from the sky. As if they were cannonballs, together they shot towards Gu Hai's flying boat. Shoo, shoo, shoo. A million cannonballs, bombarding the ancient sea flying boat. That scene instantly caused all the cultivators who were still in conversation just a moment ago to widen their eyes. What is that? A Zither figurine. A bronze Zither figurine, that fast? Are you kidding? This is a Zither figurine at the peak of the Yuanying realm. This is hundreds of thousands, right? No, millions, right? Countless Zither masters instantly shrieked in shock. All of them followed the path of Zither cultivation and had naturally heard of Zither figurines. Such a huge number naturally drew everyone to reveal a look of horror. Boom. The number of millions of them spread out and chased towards the ancient sea. In the past, they were just small elves, only as big as their thumbs, but now, they were all humanoid. Each Zither figurine had a hideous face, holding bronze swords and knives, and their speed was fast to the extreme. Shoo, shoo. Even though Gu Hai was piloting a flying boat, his speed was only a little bit faster, but there were millions of bronze people. Flying in a straight line, Gu Hai was able to slowly pull away, but this silver moon sea had a sea seal boundary. It didn't take long for Gu Hai to reach the edge of the sea sealing boundary. Break it for me. The Heavenly and Divine Seal pressed down with a roar. Boom. The great formation trembled violently, but it didn't break open. What? Gu Hai's face changed. The Heavenly and Divine Seal. This was the strongest power he had nowadays, but it actually didn't break open the sea ceiling boundary. Although the ceiling sea boundary had already shaken a bit, but, in the end, it didn't break open. Perhaps with a few more strokes, it could be broken open, but the nearest bronze man had already arrived close by. Go! Gu Hai's face changed as he put away the heavenly Zhen divine seal and manner of the flying boat, to leave in a sudden turn. Shoo! The flying boat left and hundreds of bronze men arrived. Boom, boom, boom. Hundreds of bronze men crashed into the top of the sea ceiling boundary, and the boundary trembled slightly. Turning their heads, the bronze men once again chased towards the ancient sea. Silver Moon Sea. Gu Hai flew in the air, looking all over the place. There were bronze men everywhere, impervious to swords and guns, with astonishing speeds, ferociously pouncing towards him. The flying boat shuttled through the gaps in the flight of a bunch of bronze men. Gu Chen's soul looked at the densely packed bronze men in front of him at this moment, and was also dumbfounded in general. Don't go over there. It's full of bronze men, all of them. I'm going to be killed by you, father and mother. Help, I don't think I have any parents. I learnt it from them. I've learnt it by heart, God. I don't even have a mum or a dad. Who's going to help me? I don't even have anyone to shout to. I'm so miserable. The Gu Chen soul was in the midst of shouting in terror. Shut up! Gu Hai roared with a headache. The yellow pixie was still amongst the shouts. Gu Hai's face showed a grimace as he maneuvered the flying boat to crash against the large swath of bronze people. There was no way to do it without crashing. He was surrounded on all sides. Boom! Steeply, the flying boat crashed into 15 bronze men and instantly flew out through the gap of the large swath of bronze men. Crashed the fuck out. Good. Escaped. The yellow elf suddenly shouted in excitement. Who are you? The ancient sea flying boat was once again in the middle of the Silver Moon Sea Biaoji. Shoo, shoo, shoo. A group of bronze men were in hot pursuit, constantly following behind. Gu Hai dodged the bronze men while laughing bitterly. This scene. How did it feel as if a large wave of fighter jets were chasing after him? It's not a big wave. It's a million fighter jets chasing after him. How long could one hold out? When he flew to Silver Moon Island. Silver Moon Island already had nearly 1,000 bronze men guarding it, and when they saw the flying boat coming, they immediately rushed up. Shoo! Gu Hai's flying boat quickly flew over. A large, ferocious chase was staged over the Silver Moon Sea. Nearly all cultivators looked up at the sky, including the crowd of Zither masters. Is that Master Gu? It's so ferocious, being chased by this bronze monster. If it were me, my legs would have gone weak long ago. The bronze man is so powerful. Earlier I saw Master Gu flying to the side of a small island, and that bronze man, with one punch, blew up the island. Countless cultivators didn't know whether they were worried for Gu Hai, or they were jealous of Gu Hai for capturing the Gu Chen soul. Perhaps they themselves didn't know what kind of mentality. They only knew that the scene in front of them was perhaps only once in a lifetime. On Master Liu Nian's flying boat, Long Wanqing bit her lips with a worried face. Grandmaster, is there any way to help Gu Hai? Long Wanqing said anxiously. Master Liu Nian shook his head with a bitter smile and said, there's no way. If Gu Hai he saves himself, just let go of the Gu Chen soul. Long Wanqing was still incredibly worried in her eyes. Hall Master, what Gu Hai said earlier, I think it makes sense. At this moment, the bronze man is exposed. City Mastery might not hide it anymore. Let's go find City Master he. Grandmaster Liu Nian called out. Long Wanqing nodded. On top of a sea island in the Silver Moon Sea, He Shikong looked at the sky full of bronze men, and at this moment, he also stumbled. Ha 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 ha, bronze men, liberated by the ancient sea. Looks like it can't be hidden anymore. It can't be hidden anymore, ha 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 ha. He Shikong's eyes carried a bitter despair. at the large formation where the bronze man had blown up. The water had been churning for quite a while, and at this moment, it had slowly calmed down a lot, and the 3 islands of Pinnacle Formation were once again exposed. My lord, there's still a small formation that Guhai put up here, and there are 6,000 generals with their cultivations sealed inside. Someone called out steeply. Sima Changkong quickly flew over with a large number of grey-robed men. Seal off this sea. No one else is allowed to come in. If necessary, show your identity token. Sima Changkong called out. Yes, and the 6,000 generals on the island earlier were released. Give me a trial. Sima Changkong coldly looked at the 6,000 generals. We say, don't interrogate. It was the city lord who wanted us to do it. It was He Shikong. City lord he, a general shouted at once. Obviously, still treating Guhai as He Shikong's man, thinking that He Shikong sent Guhai to kill and silence him. I'll say, there's a giant dragon at the bottom of this sea, a guilty dragon. I'll say it all. I'm innocent, deceived by He Shikong. The crowd of generals scrambled to be the first to tell Sima Changkong everything they knew. Sima Changkong looked at the crowd in bewilderment. Before investigating the case, it was incredibly difficult. Now, how did it go so smoothly? You guys proceed with the interrogation. Give me a statement, summarize it, and give me the results. Come a few people. Follow me to the bottom of the sea to take a look, Sima Changkong said in a deep voice. Yes, Silver Moon Island. The old Manor Master looked at the sky full of bronze people. Also revealed a wave of smile. Good kin figurine. Good, Mr. Silver Moon. Your kin figurine is so powerful. Disciple incompetent. Silver Moon Villa didn't run it well. Shame on you. Saying that, the old Manor Master's circumference has been twilight. Eyelids drooped a bit. About to dying general. Yun Mo's face at the side changed. Are they all ready? Hurry up, Yun Mo shouted to the crowd around the island. In the 4 directions, the crowd of Silver Moon Villa disciples all looked uplifted and said, Young Master, we are all ready, waiting for your order. Yun Mo's expression was solemn and silent. All the Mountain Villa disciples looked at Yun Mo. Gentlemen, today, I will do something that goes against the rules of the manor. After today, my Silver Moon Mountain Villa may be disrespected by the world, but I must do it. If I do it today, it may be disrespected by the world, but I have no regrets. If I don't do it today, I will surely regret it for the rest of my life. If any of you don't want to accompany me to do it, leave immediately. I won't blame you. Yun Mo took a deep breath and said, in order to save the old Manor Master, I'm not afraid of any curses. My life is what the old Manor Master saved. If I can let the old Manor Master live, what is a little bit of cursing afraid of? Young Master, don't hesitate. Hurry, old Master is at his limit. We're not leaving. The crowd of Mountain Villa disciples called out. Yun Mo looked at the support of the Mountain Villa disciples, and a determination flashed in his eyes as well. Turning his head, Yun Mo looked towards the 4 directions of the Silver Moon Sea with a scowl on his face. All of you Qingdao Masters, I'm offended.